matoi gomanoi shebesachri megam yocham Hinei 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 matoi gomanoi shebesachri megam yocham No שבסחרי מגם יוחם הנה מתוי ומנויים שבסחרי מגם יוחם Hinei matoi gomanoi shebesachri megam yocham Hinei matoi gomanoi shebesachri megam yocham Hinei matoi gomanoi shebesachri megam yocham Gomanoi שבסחרי מגם יוחם Hinei matoi gomanoi שבסחרי מגם יוחם Hinei matoi gomanoi שבסחרי מגם יוחם שבסחרי מגם יוחם והנה matoi אחים גם מתוך יא מאמא יא מאמא
חולם או רוצה ליהנות עכשיו? אוקיי. נעשה איזה פתיח בפיאנו ו...
Vayaged Moshe es divrei ha'om El Hashem Vayaged Moshe es divrei el Hashem Shuvo al ador hazeh Shomati mehem Shuvo al ador hazeh Shomati mehem Al ador hazeh Shomati mehem Sheretzoy no li shmoya 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 Shabati me'em Ahai eino itoim le'ashemeya Mipi shaliya Lishemoya, lishemoya Mipi amelech Eino itoim le'ashemeya Mipi shaliya Lishemoya, lishemoya Mipi amelech Ritzoineinu lidois, ritzoineinu lidois Lidois, lidois, lidois Es malkeinu Ritzoineinu lidois, ritzoineinu lidois Lidois, lidois, lidois Es malkeinu Ritzoineinu lidois, ritzoineinu lidois Lidois, lidois, lidois Es malkeinu Ritzoineinu lidois, ritzoineinu lidois Lidois, lidois, lidois Es malkeinu Vayaged Moshe, Vayaged Moshe, Estivnei Yavo, El Hashem. Vayaged Moshe, Vayaged Moshe, Estivnei Yavo, El Hashem. Oh, yeino me hashemeya, mipi shaliya, lishemoya, lishemoya, mipi amelech. Yeino me hashemeya, mipi shaliya, lishemoya, lishemoya, mipi amelech. Lidois, 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 es malkeinu. Ritzoineinu, lidois, ritzoineinu, lidois, 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 es malkeinu. Ritzoineinu, lidois, ritzoineinu, Lidois, 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 es malkeinu. Ritzoineinu, lidois, Lidoy says Thank you. Ashinem Cholem Ob ich gesehen in der Beis Hamidosh Ashlishi bin ich gewesen Kohanim bloßen goldene Chatzoitzres wie wir singen Lechovetzukes gesammelte Jeden von alle Teures hat es Mames mit kleine Kinder Farhake und seine Namen kommen wieder und noch seh ein herrlichen Gesicht es scheint ein Pony mit einem göttlichen Licht die Teufel ich der kenne das ist der Melech HaMoshiach der ganze Oilo steht mit Moire alle Herren wir legen teure und von Schlaf ob ich sie euch vergehe Es wird schon bald kein Cholesterol sein. Am minut kele geblieben Moshiach mekabel polim zay Oy shiker mitrei Gizerei Kumen nirale ahei Zurich zu hake okay Mit dem Reben allein Oy Se me c'è pochi problemi sai You can let me Moshiach mekabel polim zay Oy shiker mitrei Gizerei Kumen nirale ahei Zurich zu hake okay Mit dem Reben allein Oy I had a dream not long ago. The Beis Hamikdash Hashlishi, Yerushalayim, our home. Kohanim are blowing their golden trumpets. The Leviim are singing triumphant. Moshe Rabbeinu together with the voice. Old and young, men, women and children, for Hakel they gather, a scene just so brilliant. And then I saw an incredible sight. His face was shining with a Getche light. To save the rain, it was the man Hamashiach, eyes ablaze. The entire nation listened in wonder. Words of Torah echo like thunder. And then suddenly I was wide awake. This dream will be reality. Do another mitzvah, build the base of Mikdash Hashlishi. Will you gather your friends to serve Hashem? Sing and dance and celebrate. Let's have this cocktail here with our Rebbe here. Soon this dream will be reality. Do another mitzvah, build the base of Mikdash Hashlishi. Will you gather your friends to serve Hashem? Sing and dance and celebrate. Let's have this cocktail here with our Rebbe here. failure with our Rebbe here. Oh, your name is your name. Oh, nicht gedeiht get hidden. Soon this dream will be reality. Do another mitzvah. Build the base on the Shashlishi. Will you gather your friends to serve Hashem? Sing and dance and celebrate. Let's have this happy year with our Rebbe here. Oh, Yom Mein Ve'Yom. Se geht sein, die größte, schönste, wichtigste. Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Hakel Shifra and Puah dinner. I am so happy to see all of you. I couldn't believe it when I walked in and I saw empty tables, how full the place is. Baruch Hashem, now we have 600 at least women in this room. I am Bracha Sternberg, and I'm one of the members of the Shifra Puah organization. I would like again to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'm a teacher, and I have a hard time talking when other people are talking also. So please enjoy your meal, and we'll have some more time to talk and sit together with a friend. So please, everybody, let's start. Yud Shvat, Tafshin Yud Aleph. The Rebbe said the Maimer Basi Legani and accepted the Nesias. And as we all know, the Rebbe said stories about the Rebbeim and Avos Yisrael. And the story that the Rebbe told us about the Alter Rebbe is the famous story that the Alter Rebbe left Shul on Yom Kippur and went to cook a meal and to help a mother who just had a baby. Fast forward, Yom Kippur, Tafshin Lamed Zayin, between Musaf and Mincha, the Rebbe called Reb Shloimke Medanchik from Kfar Chabad and asked him, directed him to establish the organization of Shifra and Puah in Kfar Chabad. And the rest is history. We are here tonight in celebrating our own Shifra Puah of Crown Heights. Behashgacha Pratis, the Chitas of today, the Chumash of today, is the story of Shifra and Puah. And as the Chumash of today ends, the Pasuk says that they had fear from Hashem and they did not do anything that Paroi told them, and they kept the children alive. And Rashi says over there, kept them alive didn't just mean that they didn't kill them, but they took care of them also. And what was the schar of Shifra Puah? That's going to be in tomorrow's Chumash. The schar was, the Pasuk says, Vayas lahem batim. And Rashi says, Batei Kahuna, Batei Leviah, and Malchus. The schar that the Eibishter gave Shifra and Puah for helping mothers bring babies to the world, for taking care of the mothers, for helping the babies and taking care of them. They had the schus of having Batei Kahuna, Leviah, and Malchus. We are all here tonight, want to join in the schus of Batei Kahuna, Leviah, and Malchus for all of us and for the whole community. In tonight's Hakel, we're going to have Torah. We'll see a video of the Rebbe. Tefillah, we're going to say the Rebbe's kapitel now. And tzedakah, this is a whole event of tzedakah. And in the schus of the Torah, Tefillah, and tzedakah, we'll be zeiche to see our Rebbe tonight here, going to Eretz Yisrael with 770, with Beis HaMikdash right now. I would like to call Leila Hendel, Mrs. Leila Hendel, one of the members of the Shifra Puah organization, to say the Rabbis and the Rebbitzins kapitel. Please rise. Thank you.
שיר למעלות, אשא עיניי אל ההורים, מאין יבוא עזרי, עזרי מעם אדוני עושה שמיים ואורץ, אל יתן למות רגליך, אל ינום שומרך, הנה לא ינום ולא יישן שומר ישראל, אדוני שומרך, אדוני צילך, אל יד ימינך, יום השמש לא יככו וירח בלילו, אדוני ישמרך מכל רע, ישמור אס נפשך, אדוני ישמור צאתך ובואך מעתה ועד עולם. The kapitel זה רבצן, שיר המעלות לדוד. שמחתי באומרים לי, בית אדוני נלך, עמדות היו רגלינו בשערייך ירושלים, ירושלים הבנויה כעיר שחוברה ליחדיו, ששם עלו שבטים, שבטיה, עדוס לישראל, לא ידעוס לשם אדוני, כי שמו ישבו כיסאויס למשפט, כיסאויס לבית דוד. שאלו שלום ירושלים, ישליו אוהבייך. יהי שלום בחילך, שלווה בארמונוסייך. למען אחי ורעי, אדברה נו שלום בך, למען בית אדוני אלוהינו, אבקשה טוב לך. יחי אדוננו, מורנו ורבנו, מלך המשיח לעולם ועד. יחי אדוננו, מורנו ורבנו, מלך המשיח לעולם ועד. יחי אדוננו, מורנו ורבנו, מלך המשיח לעולם ועד.
Bias Mashiach Tzidkeinu, aber das ist doch die Meduber der Tavki der Rein und Seh, ist verbunden mit Yichlu Kol Anishomische Beguf. Nächster Fall Hoyiker, aber das ist der erste Mitzvah Beteira, was Seder in Teire, Zacheche Teira, Vehiro, und das hat Seder in Teire, Chaim, Hiro, Bachayim, ist der erste Mitzvah, Prur, Vu, bis in ein Leben von Unilas Hore. Und damit ist eine sichere Sache, und das wäre der Heilig von dem Zivui. Wie Shifra, am Miskevi, die ganze Arzis mit allen Unionen, und damit wird wie Shifra bepasst. An dem Teil, und man sagt, dass die alle Chashbenes seine nicht gehalten bepasst. Wollen Birchas Hashem Hitashi. Und Bishas macht eine größere Kegel, wo die Kegel hat mit Kabel sein Birchas Hashem. Und so kommt sie gehen nach jüdische Frau, nach jüdischer Mann. Und bei weitem Nefisch nach sehr gemacht eine größere Kegel. Wollen sie seinen Nisborech, geton kol hatoli boher. Abrom bonim u bonis, ist im Bateir und mitzvisser. Und hilchen bederach ha-yosher vatei, beine Elikim und beine Oder. Nur wo dem Bichas Hashem Hitashi, nicht nur Machseda Asher Yechterle, wie von mit darf haben, gedeiht zum Gadol sein noch ein Jüngele mit noch ein Mädel, und mit Gadol sei mit Tech al-Chov.
Eine von diesen Ledover ist, aber Schasser und gefunden als Sehne, wo sie werden bei sich verschreiben, oder Tlake Berlin nieder, a Pläne beim Pläne hat auf sich genommen, als Returnen in Jönem Shal Hakel, und Martev, also lechet Messiv sein in der Ruf, a Möglichkeit, man soll kommen mit ihm da noch in Verbindung, durch der Ruf, was der jüdische Frau stellt ein, ihre Haus, wie der Mond mehrere Mal als Docke wird dort a Ikel Mitzwe, wo der Vater sagt, wie der Mond mehrere Mal, ist a Dover Tev, a sich in Bris HaTavshil, in dem Cheder in der Jire, wo dort der jüdische Balaboste, die ganze Balaboste, wo das ist sich der Cheder, in welchen sie werden zugegräht, die Maicholim und die Maschkois, wo es mir erst dann noch, und sie werden dann auf Basar Kipsori, also seine jeder Beis Atavschel, jeder Kischen, wie es wird angerufen, bei Medina so, soll dort näher sein als Doke Puschke, und jede Früh, sie vernimmt sich mit dem eigenen Essen zugeräten nehmen. Oder zugeräten dem Essen für die Bnei Bayis, über Heilereich, hebt sie an das Pfund, hebt sie eine Woche, die gezogen, durch ein reinigen Geld, in der Doke Puschke.
Hello and welcome. I'm Maggie Rogotsky, and it's my honor and privilege to be here with you tonight in order to help Shifra and Puah help you. It's a very emotional gathering, as it's a beautiful hakel. I mean, I can't even believe it. When I walked in, they said it was just an event, but it's really an event. It's a hakel gathering, as we just saw in the Rabbis video, to help this organization. It's mind-blowing for me to see the crowd here, because 12 years ago, we were about 40 women at a home of a friend who's sitting here tonight. I was the MC, and I was the auctioneer, and we fundraised. We all brought little gift packages, and we auctioned them for an obscene amount of money, and it didn't make sense, but we were all doing it for the right cause of helping one another. It's funny how Hashem has everything planned out for us. And here I am again with you tonight. Thank you. Shifra and Puah is us, each and every one of us. Today I'm a supporter, and tomorrow, literally, my children are on the receiving end of Shifra and Puah. And that is to remind us all of the Rebbe's direction not to differentiate between us. Yet all mothers, postpartum mothers, should be on the receiving end of Shifra and Puah. And this is a personal touch, reminds us all that someone is thinking of us. Sitting here is the circle of life. Some of us are supporters, and some of us are volunteers. A mother who is due, a mother who just gave birth, and Amir Tashem, the future mothers. We are all Shifra and Puah. So a round of applause to everyone in this room. All of this connects us to the purpose of making a Dira B'Tachtainim, which I guarantee each person tonight longs for, which is the Geula HaMitis V'Ashlema, which will only happen, as we saw in the Rebbe's video just a moment ago, when each neshama that is meant to be in this world will be brought down here. The help, the pampering, the support of Shifra and Puah is the mother's emotional and physical safety net in helping raising the children of the Geula. And now, please help me welcome to the stage Mrs. Esther Sternberg, who was Zaycha to have, hold on, because it gets even better, who was Zaycha to have our Rebbitzin Chaya Mushka, be her personal Shifra and Puah. Thank you for sharing your personal encounter. Ready, set? There we go. God, I don't believe it. This is for you.
Good evening, everybody. I can't even see everybody. K'nai her, there's so many people. It's so beautiful to see how everybody came to join in this incredible organization. I'm a little embarrassed by the introduction because I think they exaggerated. I'll tell you my story, then you can figure out how much was exaggerated, how much is true. Just going to tell you of two stories that happened with me. I'm not bragging, I was just begged to tell the story. Maybe it'll give us a feeling of understanding a kippur, understanding a woman who just gave birth. So in Yud Tes Zayin Tevis, 1979, Tavshil Lamed Tes, two things happened to me. I got a brand new car because my other car died, and I went into labor with my 8th child. My child was born at night, so he was actually born the next day, according to the calendar. And it was very exciting. It was a boy. It was my father's 10th boy grandchild, so he had a minion. It was very, very exciting. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. My husband went home. My father was with me, went home. And I'm laying in bed, and I feel like somebody stole my leg. Of course, it doesn't make sense. Nobody can steal a leg. But I did not feel my right leg. I called a nurse and I said, could you do me a favor? Could you tell me, do I have my right leg? And she said, darling, what's wrong with you? Of course you have your leg. I said, but I don't feel it. Could you take a look if it's there? So she lifted up the sheet and she said, it's there. I said, but I don't feel it. She says, darling, you just had a baby. You had a trauma. Go to sleep. Everything will be fine. But I couldn't sleep because actually, I was totally paralyzed on the right side, my right leg, not understanding why, and I was very frightened. It took a while till the doctor came. The doctor had no idea why this happened. Don't get scared, it doesn't happen to anybody else, so don't worry, it just happened to me. And after a few days, I had different doctors look at me, and they all came up with the same diagnosis, that 2 discs came out of my spine during the pushing, and the discs are pressing on the nerves of the leg, and that's why I'm paralyzed. But with time, maybe a year, maybe half a year, maybe 2 years, but with time, I'll get better. There's nothing medically they could do for me, nothing surgically. Just go home. I said, go home to 8 children? with one leg, well, try to get help, but there's nothing we can do for you. It's just time. So, of course, I went home, and we hired help. My oldest was only 14 years old, but all the 8 children were just being very, very good and doing whatever they had to do with their mother not being able to do too much for them. The entire time I was very depressed, not depressed like in a depression, but upset. What's going to be with me? Will I ever be a mensch again? And who's going to take care of my children? I was told, though, that as soon as I will feel in my tiptoes some pins and needles, if I will feel something in my tiptoes, like pins and needles, that means that there is regeneration of the nerves, and that means that the nerves are going to come back to life. It's a good sign. It's going to be painful, it's going to be annoying, but it's a good sign. Anyway, this happened one day between 4 and 5 months after the baby was born. And I was so excited because I felt the tiptoes, pins and needles, and I called up everybody, my family. I have good news. I'm beginning to regenerate. The nerves are beginning to regenerate. One day, my father comes up to my apartment. He tells me, you know, you got a car, a new car, but you never drove it because you have to drive with the right leg. And they called up, the dealer called up to ask, how is the car doing? And I told him that you can't drive because you drive with the right leg and you're paralyzed. And they said, oh, that's terrible. The car has to be started because otherwise something's going to happen to the motor. You have to get the person who will be the driver to press, on those days you have to press the brake, the gas, and turn the ignition. We don't have to do that today, but years ago, this had to be done. And the person who's going to be the driver should be the one pressing because everybody presses differently. So maybe she could get to the car and just start the car every day to start the motor. My father said, I'll come with you, I'll help you. I said, I can't do anything. I can't. He says, you know, if you can't, I'll do it, but let's try. It took me about a half hour to go from my apartment to the back of my house because I had to hold on and I could only walk with one leg. I get into the car shaking, surely I can't do it. But lo and behold, I pressed with the fingers of my right leg, just the tiptoes, and I was able to start the car. I was in seventh heaven. I called up the whole world to tell them, and for the next 3 weeks, every day I went to the car to start the car because that's what the dealer said. 3 weeks later, there's another call from the dealer. How's the car? So my father tells them the car is fine. I started it. Well, if she can start it, she should put it in drive and reverse, just back and forth, because there are gears that have to be oiled. They get oiled when you put into drive and reverse. So please, have her do that. So my father says, come with me and we're going to do that. I said, I can't do that. That I can't do. I'm sure I can't do that. He says, if you can't do it, I'll do it, but try. Anyway, I went there shaking. I'm not going to be able to do it. But guess what? I was able to do it, just a little bit, press it. Drive and reverse, drive and reverse. I was in seventh heaven. And for the next 3 weeks, I'm just excited and I'm flying in the sky because I'm so excited that one day that means I will be well, because if I could do this and I could do that, so in Mitzvah Hashem, I will be getting well. 3 weeks later, there's another call from the dealer that if she's doing this and this, maybe she could do a little driving, like 5 miles an hour in the back of the house. It's important for the car to move back and forth in the back of, we have a very big backyard, the whole block. I told my father, I can't do that. He says, maybe, if not, I'll do it, but try. I get into the car and I start to drive, and I'm driving at 5 miles an hour, but I'm driving a car. Do you know what that means? A woman who's paralyzed suddenly is driving a car. It's only 5 miles an hour. Those of you who know what driving is. I was in seventh heaven. Little do I have to continue that every week I was getting better, and by the end of the year, I was walking, albeit with a cane, but I was walking, and Baruch Hashem, I completely recovered. 2 years, wait, that's not the story. 2 years later, it's Pesach, and my brother from Canada was visiting, and it's Chol Hamoed. We're sitting at my parents' house, and he said, I want to buy a car, an American car in Canada. I don't like the service of the Canadian cars. I said, Itchameir, you have to buy it by my dealer. My dealer cares so much about the car. They kept calling and calling and calling. My father's sitting at the table, and he said, Esther, I'm disappointed in you. You really believed that that was a dealer? I said, you're my father. You told me it was a dealer. So what should I think? That was Rebbetzin Chaya Mushka, because I told her that you are very, very depressed, that you're not going to be a mensch again. You don't know when you'll get well. You're a mother of Canaan, her large family. And she felt so bad for you that she wanted to give you inspiration. So she made up a whole plan of how to get me into the car, get me to do something to see that there is hope and that I'm getting better and I should be excited. So we're talking about giving a hug. Rebbe Tzachaya Mushka gave me that hug. In Tavshin Mem Aleph, 1981, I was expecting my 9th child, and I knew that I'm going to have a cesarean. And my father and mother were sent on a shlichus by the Rebbe to Eretz Yisrael. They were very upset because they wanted to be with me, their only daughter, having a cesarean as if it's the end of the world. And I told my father, don't worry. I told my mother, I'm fine. I can take care of myself. I'm not afraid. My father used to speak to the Rebbetzin a lot, and he must have told the Rebbetzin that it's so hard for him to go on the shlichus, although he's so honored with the shlichus, but he has to leave his daughter at such a time. He feels so bad that he's not going to be here at a time that I'm going to have a surgery. So I never knew, and I never asked, how the Rebbetzin found out when I had the baby. But the minute she found out that I had the baby on a certain Monday morning, she called my house to ask who's taking care of the children and how that person is managing. It happened to my second daughter, and she asked her a lot of questions, and she said, and what will you give them to eat tonight? So my daughter said, I'm so embarrassed. She tells me later, I'm so embarrassed. I was giving them franks, and I was embarrassed. So the Rebbe said, I'm giving them something that's not really such a healthy meal. But she had to tell the truth. So she says, Rebbetzin, I'm giving them franks because they like that. The Rebbetzin said, that's such a good idea. If you give them what they like, it'll be easy to feed them. It'll be easier for you, and they'll be fed, and they'll be happy. My daughter felt so good. The next thing, she called me to the hospital and asked me so many questions of how I'm feeling and how the nurses are acting and if the nurses are good to me and all kinds of questions. And I was really very honored by her call. And she actually called me twice each day, in the morning and in the afternoon, late afternoon. 3 days after I gave birth happened to have been Chaf of the Rebbe's father's yahrzeit. And that night was going to be a Fabreget. So as the Rebbetzin is finishing her phone call with me, she said, Esther, do you have a way to hear the Fabreget tonight? I said, Rebbetzin, I have a hookup number, and I could use it from wherever I am. So, of course, I will be listening to the Fabreget here in the hospital. She said to me, I suggest that you take your baby into your bed and put the phone between your ears and the baby's ears, so the baby should hear the Fabreget too. I remember being so shocked because I never knew when does a baby begin to hear. But she said, Afila at pitzel kind, even a tiny baby, should be hearing Chassidus. I'll never forget that, and that's what I did. And I had the phone between my ear and my baby's ear all till the ends of the Fabreget. Another hug for Rebbetzin Chaya Mushka. We are all here tonight to support this wonderful organization, to be able to hug every mother that gives birth, every mother that is doing what the Eibishter wants of her, propagating this world and bringing Sivas Hashem to this world and helping Mashiach come sooner. Let us all think about how much more we could give than we even thought we will, so that we can hug every single mother, and Mashiach should come and everybody will have been hugged and feel the hug very strongly. Good night, everybody.
A few things changed in the last few decades, whereas traditionally we really grew up in communities where our mothers live down the blocks and our sisters live down the blocks and our cousins. So you had a sick baby, the other kids can go do homework with an older cousin. You needed someone to watch your baby so you could sleep, then you had a mother down the block, a bubby. There was a natural infrastructure.
We came to a period of time where women would give birth and then immediately have to get up and go back to doing what they were doing. And this put women's bodies at risk for many postpartum complications. We're not respected, we're not really given much of a chance to recover.
Yeah, everybody's super excited, and if it's a boy, we're gonna come in for the bris, and maybe we'll make it for the kiddush, or maybe Tati will come for the kiddush, but I can't leave right now. And then you're home with this brand new baby who you were told sleeps, and you sleep when they sleep, but they don't sleep.
What we've now realized is that women who are having children have every right to have a quality of life as well.
נכנסתי להיריון בילד השלישי, ואני מוצאת את עצמי עם שתי תינוקות קטנים, אחד עוד לא בן 2 והשני עוד לא בן שנה אפילו, ולא ידעתי מה אני הולכת לעשות. זה מאוד קשה לגדל שתי תינוקות ועם היריון, שזה ממש שנה ברצף. כל הגוף עדיין חלש ואין כוחות, ובהשגחה פרטית ממש הלכתי לחברה, לסדר את הפאה. סיפרתי לה שאני בהיריון ממש בהתחלה, שלומית ישבה שמה, ואסתי אמרה לה, שלומית, נכון אתם עושים את הדברים האלה, אתם עוזרים כאילו לנשים בהיריון שצריכות בחורה וזה, אז היא אמרה לה, כן, בטח, באותו יום כבר היא לקחה ממני את המספר טלפון, באותו יום כבר היא הביאה לי בחורה, כל יום מ5 עד 7 שעתיים ביום, שהשעתיים הכי קריטיות שהצילו אותי, פשוט הצילו אותי, זה ממש ככה.
Pour moi, Shifra et Puah, c'est la définition pure du Havas Israël. J'ai eu mes 2 accouchements ici, à New York, loin de la France, loin de ma famille, loin de mes amis. Mais j'ai eu une expérience magnifique grâce à Shifra et Puah. Je passais des nuits assez compliquées, le bébé qui pleure, je dormais pas, etc. Mais j'attendais une seule chose, c'était de me réveiller, d'ouvrir la porte et de recevoir mon petit déjeuner d'une femme que je ne connais pas, qui me connaît pas, mais qui me donnait avec une telle amour que ça me réconfortait et que ça me donnait un boost pour toute ma journée. Et j'arrivais à être joyeuse, à pouvoir éclairer ma famille. Vous pouvez même pas vous imaginer l'importance que ça a sur une femme qui vient d'accoucher, d'avoir Shifra et Puah à ses côtés.
Да, может быть, мы все говорим на разных языках. Кто-то говорит по-английски, кто-то говорит на иврите, кто-то говорит по-французски, кто-то говорит по-русски. Но все, что нас сплощает, это желание давать Ават Исраэль и поддержать друг друга в такой момент.
When a mother can wake up in the morning and have a hot breakfast show up at her door, that's somebody who cares, and she knows that. There's an organization who got the information that her baby was born, her baby means something. She's part of our community and she's cared for by our community. And that makes such a big difference. That makes all the difference.
Having someone to say, I'm there for you. Give me a call. I'll come over. I'll watch your baby. I'll show you how to do this so it won't be so hard. Shifra and Puah mom, who's gonna come and tell you, yeah, this is normal, this is okay, it'll get better.
When we support a mother, we're supporting generations of people. We're supporting the mental health of the mother so that she can parent in a better way. Her shalom bayis improves, her physical health improves. It's this ever-expanding ripple effect when we support a mother at that beginning stage.
It gives purpose. It gives focus. For women to be a part of healing women, as somebody who works in this field, there is nothing like it.
בזכות העזרה הזאת, היום אני יכולה להגיד שחזרתי מהלידה, אימא הרבה יותר שמחה, שיכולה לתפקד ולטפל בילדים שלה, וגם בהיריון עצמו הייתי אימא שמחה יותר, שיכולתי להעניק לילדים שלי את מה שהם צריכים.
We need to support our moms. We need to grow Shifra and Puah tenfold.
The fact that I am giving this chinuch to my children, that as a community we're celebrating Yiddish life, as a community we're celebrating the values that we're living in a very real way, is a really powerful thing.
I just want to continue what we heard in the video and describe to you a little bit what we do in Shifra Puah. So as most of you know, we give breakfasts to mothers. I can tell you from my own personal experience, it's not just that I'm hungry and I need food. Because if I'm hungry and I need food, I could take cereal and milk, fill up my stomach, and I won't be hungry anymore. It's that meal with so much heart, thought, effort. I don't know about others, but I know about myself. I felt so pampered and so cared for. It didn't just fill up my stomach, it filled up my heart. My whole heart was full with the love and the care of Shifra Puah. Not only that, I remember every time thinking to myself, for me, 2 weeks, I got breakfast and I move on with life. These ladies, every single day, all year round. Thank you. As I continue to share with you what we do, I just want to tell you that these positive memories from after having a baby is really what encourages us and makes us feel good when we look back at the time that we were weak, didn't have so much energy, couldn't really take care of all the things that we wanted to take care of. So thank you for giving us these positive memories and things to look forward to in the future. We also help with food for Shabbos from David Malka Catering. A babysitter. We send babysitters to homes to help with the children. And I can tell you from my own personal experience recently, I had a baby this year, Vav Tishrei. Thank you. The hardest times, believe it or not, are when the children come home. Because people think you can press a button and go to sleep. They tell you, the baby's sleeping, go to sleep, right? I always try to find that button. The baby's sleeping, boom. But I don't fall asleep usually when the baby's sleeping. And because you don't fall asleep when the baby's sleeping, you know when you feel it? When the children come home, all you want to do is go to sleep. And if you have a girl or two in the house that even for a half hour could play with the children and you can close your eyes and go to sleep, or do something that you really need to do, but the children are there and you need to give them attention, this is such a big help. Cleaning help. We all know, when our house is clean, our brain works better, right? Could you imagine what it's like when it's a tired brain? The house is clean, the tired brain works even better. We also help with sending women to Ein B'Yisrael or Laisha, Kimpetern homes. And I want to tell you about that. When I had my 7th child, my friends really worked hard to try to convince me to go. Now, finally, I was able to do it because my children were a little bit older and I was able to leave them with the babysitter and the people that had to take care of them in the hours that my husband wasn't home. And my husband asked me before, because it was hard, and it was a whole mivtza. He asked me, is it necessary or it's a luxury? And I told him that I don't know. I will go and find out and let him know. And I went there, and you know what I told him? I told him that it's a necessary luxury. And I really, really believe so. And I went again and again. And once I had a baby, one of my babies after Erev Pesach. I remember when I found out when I'm having the baby, the first thing I did, I called Ein B'Yisrael. I was in the first month, okay? Maybe second, beginning. I called Aim Bistro and I asked, what's your policy for Pesach babies? I needed to know. They told me that I can come after Pesach. I had the baby, Yud Daled Nisan, Erev Pesach. I came home, Matzei Yom Tiv, on Chol HaMoed, Matzei the first days. The kids were jumping on me. They were so excited. Mommy came home. And there was, I can't describe, but they really tried hard to make the house look nice and neat, but I saw other things also. And they were just all over me. And when they went to sleep, I took the phone and I called Aim Bistro and I left a message and they called me back the next morning. And when I was home the whole Pesach, I knew that after Pesach, I'm going to rest. And this is really something that kept me going the whole Pesach. So I want you to know that those 3-4 nights in a place like that, I can't even describe how much health and energy they give to the mother. We also have support groups for mothers that need support groups after with different things that come up. We started, and we would like to help much more, to go to lactation consultant if someone needs help. We don't want any mother to sit at home and not be sure if she's doing things right, or is the baby gaining weight and eating right, or what I'm feeling or the pain I'm going through, is it normal, is it not? We want every single mother to be able to afford the help and go and help herself. So this is something else that we do in Shifra Puah. Help for a doula is something that we are starting Be'ezras Hashem. If someone needs help with money to pay for a doula, if someone doesn't know who to turn to, we are here, Shifra Puah, to help this mother. We had a camp in the summer for mothers, and this is something that we want to continue doing. Not just help right after she had the baby, but you know who it is. A few months of not sleeping normally, we can really gain from going away for 2 nights and 3 days, 3 nights and 4 days, and rest and relax and be pampered. We also help mothers that are in bed rest, and we really look forward to helping as many mothers as we can after they have a baby. I would like to share with you in numbers what are the things that we do and how many mothers we helped in the past and are planning to help this coming year and in the future. Okay, and here we have Shabbos meals. This past year, we helped 1,500. We fed 1,500 portions. We would like to go to 2,500 this coming year. Breakfast for mothers. This past year, 8,400 breakfasts. This year, 1,200 Be'ezrat Hashem. 86 volunteers we have in our organization so far. 4,200 hours of cleaning help just in the last year. 5,000 hours of babysitting in the last year. And we helped with 300 nights in a Kimpetern home. Now, ladies, sisters, and friends, this is all free for every mother that needs the help. I would like to invite our singer to sing a few songs for us, and then we'll continue.
Thank you. This song is dedicated to all the mothers out there that are either going to give birth or just gave birth. May Hashem send them a refuah shlema, an easy labor, and a speedy recovery. you.
Creation seems still, the volume is nil, all transactions suspended, kittles are donned, the streets feel beyond, towards the show they are headed. Candles are lit, their glow shines to fit this solemn day of atonement. The Rebbe will soon take lead with a tune to seize and inspire the moment. The holiest day is coming our way, greater than Shabbos day 7. The Rebbe will plead and surely succeed to bring our tefillos to heaven. Kol niderei v'yesorei u'shevuei acharomei Ve'kohen omei ve'kinusei ve'chienoyei. The Rebbe's in place, projecting his gaze at all the Hasidim around him. They've come to be here for Yom Kippur this year. From so many cities they've joined him. The seats are all full, gathered in shul to be with the Melech they've chosen. His head is bent low, his face is aglow, in deep contemplation seems frozen. They ponder in fear the upcoming year. Their Yiras Shamayim is shining. The Rebbe's pure love will raise them above, Neshamois to their Maker aligning. But lo and behold, surprises unfold. In middle of davening is leaving, siddur closed, unmoved, his talis removed, the congregant soul disbelieving. The Alter Rebbe goes to the town's edge he knows. A poor Jewish mother is lonely. Her baby's soft cries are piercing the skies. Her hovel is not very homely. So frigid and bare, this woman needs care. Step one is to chop down some lumber. After it was cut, he warmed up the hut and then made some hot food for supper. She rested and ate, recovery felt great, was ready to care for her baby. Her strength had returned, the break from davening was earned, and the Rebbe took leave from this lady.
Wenn man Zeit macht, Siegen pflegen das mit der Zeit. Da habe ich gewusst, dass ich gesagt mit Einhalten sein oder Frieden, dass ich später machen davon der ganzen Tracht. Dachte ich immer mal, das zählt, aber auch Kolponi, ist nie gewöhnt in Tracht, bis ist der Bezähler des Isra mit der Tracht. Was lechelig werden, als alte Rebbe gedankt, wenn er Schuh, a Fuhle mit Menschen. Starke, die Gmorre sagt, und Mitzwe begordet. Aber Raffle bekam der alte Rebbe, was sein Davon im Bichlau, wissen doch, was Abides hat viele von dem alten Rebbe mit gewährt. Lachs kam, Abides hat viele, bei Yema Kippuri. Wo das der Yema Kodesh hat viele, schon Kola, schon und Kula. Die Starke Mitzwe begonnen, ist der alle Menschen, was der viel, ständig in Abides hat viele, von Yema Kippuri, als Bikzei Ha'ayolo in der Städtel, in der Aisha Yel.
On Yom Kippur, Tovshin Lamed Zayin, in the break between Musaf and Mincha, the Rebbe went to his holy room, and then, after a few minutes,
the tefillah is ascend, at davening's end, the Rav to the Rebbe is called, and a Moised brand new, a message so true, with clear instructions he summoned.
the Rebbe instructed to establish an organization that should help new mothers and their families. He named the name
Shifra. It got a name and bracha to offer each type of assistance. A new mother's needs by far supersede her financial status or distance. Kfar Chabad was the start of this magical heart that gives with a dignified banner. The concept took root and others followed suit, transcending the pain in this manner.
In accordance with the Rebbe's directive, Neshei Chabad for Hebrew speakers decided to open Shifra and Puah right here in Crown Heights. First, we served only the Israeli community. Families, mothers who don't have family here. But after a while, we decided, according to the Rebbe's words, that everybody, every woman should get Shifra and Puah. And we opened it for all the residents of Crown Heights.
I'm thrilled, yet I'm weak, so emotional to speak, overwhelmed with my treasure. My house is a wreck, I can't even check. My children, I hope they're a pleasure. Along comes delight, a wonderful sight. Friendly support, understanding. Shifra Puah, oh what a bracha. They've doubled my joy, how outstanding.
Every mother deserves to be pampered and serviced by Shifra and Puah in order to go through this time with happiness and peace of mind. After a while, we realized that we need some more help. We contacted the management of Junior Neshei, and with their wonderful help, we were able to recruit many more volunteers, cooks, drivers, and companions. And now, Baruch Hashem, we are able to distribute breakfast to every mother in Crown Heights.
The Rebbe foresaw the need was so raw, echoing words of our sages. Shifra Puah brings help and simcha to keep it to renew through the ages. Nowadays too, your challenge rings true. After each childbirth, dear mother, to the Rebbe you're dear, he really does care that all of us help you recover.
Shifra and Puah provides a perfect package for the new mother that includes a healthy breakfast, cleaning help, babysitting, and Shabbos meals. We recently started offering lactation consulting as well as support groups. In addition, new mothers receive funding from Maternity Recovery Home. Last year, we provided breakfast to about 700 mothers, and in the coming year, the goal is to reach 1,000 mothers. The numbers speak for themselves.
Our diet is the last, the gallows soon past. Oh, what a privilege we're granted. This sacred task the Rebbe has asked that all Jewish women implanted. The goal is quite clear, make it simpler to bear. Yet one more Jewish child, each Yiddish birth has infinite worth, facilitated by your extra mile. Just a bit more, Geula's at the door. The birth we've awaited.
We are gathered here together in this special evening. We are women for women, helping each other. We're a crowd of sisters, caring for each other and caring about each other. This is really our organization, all of us. The Rebbe gave us this task, and the Rebbe trusts us, and the Rebbe is counting on us. Now we are getting to the most important part of this event. There is a rule that if you want to publicize something, you should say it as a secret. I think that all of you, or at least most of you, already revealed the secret. And for those who didn't, I will reveal it to you. This dinner doesn't cost money, but you all understand that we need money. And we need the help and support of every single one of you sitting here and more. For this coming year, we need to raise $770,000 in order to help every single woman that turns to us. And even those who don't know about us, and we can reach out to them. But how do we do this? What's the plan? How are we going to achieve this goal of $770,000? How? Rabbi Zalman Goldstein will present for us the details of our campaign.
Good evening. Wow, what a crowd. Amazing. Everybody came here together for the same purpose, for the same goal, to announce and to express their appreciation and love, the hug that everybody wants to give back to Shifra and Puah. Thank you for coming. I want to explain to you in short what we're going to do and how is it that everyone here will be able to show their appreciation to Shifra and Puah. We all know that in order to run an organization like this, you need a lot of resources, especially that Baruch Hashem, Shifra and Puah has been growing by leaps and bounds and plans to expand even more. As you all see, there are great plans ahead. We need a lot of resources, and we all know, and it's not a secret, that currently Shifra and Puah does not have any money. In fact, they're a little in debt. Therefore, if we want to return love and give back a hug so that we can get one in return, we all need to band together, join, and think, how could we help Shifra and Puah to continue to exist, but not only to exist, to grow and to expand even greater than before? I'm here to give you great news. And that is, everyone here in this room, as we join together as one, you can do it. Yes, we can. It works. Many campaigns have been done, and the model is successful and tremendously successful. It used to be you invited people for a dinner, you asked them to pay $100 for a seat, $180, $500. Today it's different. Everybody here is enjoying a beautiful dinner. What we're asking for is you. We're asking for dedicated women in the community to join. We're asking you to become partners. We're starting a campaign for $770,000. This campaign is going to be starting tonight and going on for 4 days till Thursday night, midnight. There are two factors that play a significant role in this campaign. One is the timing and the goal. In order for us to say thank you to Shifra and Puah and to continue giving the hugs to the mothers and to be able to say we did everything we can, we did our maximum, to say thank you for the past, and more importantly, to continue giving the resources necessary to continue and grow to reach everybody in the community, we need these two things.
As I said before, this is the most important part of this event. Please, please. I remember our teachers telling us in school when we ate our lunch, אין מסיחין בשעת הסעודה, לא מדברים מתי שאוכלים. Okay, we don't talk when we eat, so start eating. And listen, please. Shh. Salads, I don't know, with your hands.
The time factor of the campaign, as we mentioned, is 4 days, starting tonight, going to Thursday night, midnight. The goal, that's the part that's a challenge. In fact, that's the part that's meant to challenge us. But we must have a goal in order to be able to continue. Without it, we can't get anywhere. In order to be able to continue pampering the mothers and doing everything, the incredible work that Shifra and Puah does, for every mother that gives birth in Crown Heights, we need to reach this goal of $770,000. Now, in order for a campaign to succeed, there are 3 pillars. Number 1, the people. The people that care. The people that love the organization, and that's you, sitting here tonight. You left your home, you left what you were doing, you had other things to do, but you came to say thank you to Shifra and Puah. Number 2, what we need is your contacts. The contacts that you are going to be reaching out to, you need to know who they are so that later you can continue and take the love from here and get them involved. Everybody has hundreds of contacts, people that you're in touch with. The art will be to select the few, as we're soon going to talk about, and get them onto a list so that you're going to know who you're reaching out to. That list remains by you. Whether it's friends, whether it's family, these are the people you're going to be turning to. And finally, the third pillar, the most important one, and that's the partnership. Women who take responsibility and are committing to help, support, and take responsibility for the goal that you took upon yourself. We want you. You should be a partner. And this partnership is going to give every mother in Crown Heights that gives birth the wonderful hug that many of you had experienced yourself, and Emir Hashem will continue to get. You are the partners. Every single one of you will be taking a goal. Your goal is saying, I want to say thank you to Shifra and Puah. So I take on a goal myself to put together, to cover one mother, to be taken care of, to be pampered when she has a child. That's $770. If you could, you do two, it's $1,540. Or 5, $3,850. Or 10 for $7,700. Or any number you decide, can be $10,000. Everyone according to your ability. And I emphasize, we're talking here about a goal. It's not a goal that's saying, this is the money that I have that I'm ready to give. It's about becoming a partner and becoming a partner and part of this organization. Everybody here on their own could never reach the goal of $770,000. But together, if each one takes a goal and takes responsibility for their goal, that they're going to reach out to their friends and family, together, collectively, $770,000 can be reached with effort and surpassed. Now, I want to address for a moment some interesting statistics we know now, the success rate for such campaigns. You may think to yourself, I'm going to go and ask somebody for money. Why should people give me? Why should they help me? True, I want to say thank you to Shifra and Puah. I benefited from them. I'm moved by what they do. So I'll give my part, whatever I decided to pledge, because I know the organization and I want it to continue. But there are people that this doesn't necessarily appeal to them. They may have other prior commitments to other organizations. How am I going to get them to join? So here's the good news. Experience showed that the success rate of campaigns, when there's personal contact from those who took on a goal, you create your team, the personal contact, the phone call you make, the person you approach, the success of these contacts and approaches is 85%. So think about it. If 100 calls are made, 85% of those calls are going to respond positively. Why? Because you are turning to them personally with a personal contact, people that care for you. They may not know about Shifra and Puah yet. They may not live in the neighborhood, so they're never going to benefit from Shifra and Puah unless they're here. But when you reach out to them and say, hey, Shifra and Puah, and they go, okay, who's that? And then you say, I benefited from this organization. And I cannot imagine that Shifra and Puah should not be able to continue doing the incredible work that they do. Worth repeating. None of us can allow that Shifra and Puah should not be able to continue doing what they're doing. And we're going to change that tonight. And therefore, we decided to join. And you tell your friend, the family member, I took upon myself to put together $770, $7,700, and I need your help. Soon, you'll see in the handout you have, there's a script which you can use, and we'll get to that in a moment. when you turn to people that in your judgment, you're dear to them, they care for you, and you're going to ask them for help, it doesn't matter so much what you're asking for and how much you're asking for. They're all going to join you, and they're all going to help. I'm sorry you don't have a screen back there. I hope you can still hear me. I can definitely hear you. Everyone got a folder. This folder that you received, a beautiful folder, this is your toolbox. This is going to accompany you over the next 4 days, starting this evening till Thursday night, midnight. And this is going to give you the tools that with Hashem's help, you will be successful. Now in this folder, you have several forms. The most important form is the enrollment form. Now you should also be receiving a text with a direct link where you can put in the pledge, whatever you're deciding to as your goal, not your personal pledge, but what you want to bring together. And by sending back, responding to the link, you will be then given a link in return for your page to share with the contacts that you're going to reach out to. Now on this card, you're going to choose what is the goal that you're taking upon yourself. Again, not what you're giving, but what you would like to reach out to others to get. This card is saying, thank you, Shifra and Puah. And Shifra and Puah, we want you to continue doing the wonderful work you do for the mothers that give birth. Now regarding amounts, how much should I choose? How much should I take myself as a goal? So some may think, for me this is not going to work. I'm going to speak to people and they're just not going to give. Evidence has shown and the experience has shown with all these campaigns that it does work for everybody. If you're ready to jump into it and you're going to say, listen, I'm going to do my part to be able to continue the wonderful work of Shifra and Puah, Hashem is going to do his part, and you're going to see that you're going to reach your goals. Yagaita u'matzasa tamen. You have another form in the folder, which is your potential donor list. This is the paper that you want to work on tonight. Once you have your goal, how much you want to put together, where do you begin? So if you take out your phone, you look at your contacts, and you start making calls, and after your second call, the baby starts crying, you stop, or you had to run out and go buy some milk in the grocery store. Where was I holding? This paper is going to help you. Tonight, you sit down, and you write down, go through your contacts, and put in those that you feel care for you and will respond to you when you ask them to help. There are 40 entries here. Experience has shown you don't need more than 40. And if you put in the 40 names and you call each one of them, 85% of them will respond positive. Your goal will be easily reached. No, it's way too loud. Can I get 3 more minutes, please? This form also gives you the ability to track the 40 people that you wrote down. Do you need a follow-up? Did they pledge where you're holding? It's a very helpful paper. And it'll give you a picture of everything where you're holding. Finally, you also have here a script which you can use. Now you'll notice that this script is coming from a very personal touch. It's you speaking to a friend and to someone you know. This is very helpful. You call up a friend, you say, hi, do you have a minute? They say yes, you say, how are you? And you're very upfront. Don't chit-chat for 5 minutes. You say, I want to ask you for a favor. I need your help. Can you please help me reach my goal? You'll see, it works. You also have a little pad in your folder, which if someone doesn't want to do it online, you can fill out a donor form. It has all the information. Now here's the good news. You can pay in any form. You can pay by credit card, by check, bank transfer, Zelle, PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, whatever you'd like. It's important to note, let's try this. Here, this is the key that'll make it easier for everyone. If you pay by credit card, you can do it in installments over 10 or 12 months. So, it makes things a lot easier. To give $770 at once could be very difficult for many. But to give $77, 10 months, becomes a lot more reachable for many people. So you write down the name, you see who you're calling, and you approach them. Think about it. At the end of this campaign in Mirz Hashem, with Hashem's koiches and the Rebbe's brachas, we're going to see beautiful numbers, $770,000. Everybody in the community and everyone you know wants to know that they were part of this incredible campaign, which will bring them tremendous bracha for their own selves and for their family. Now, you're not going to be alone. You're not going to be the only one telling them about this. Tonight, every house in Crown Heights is going to get the beautiful pamphlet that you see in your folder. Tonight, the entire neighborhood is going to be covered with banners. And in addition to that, the websites will be having banners, pop-ups throughout this week. Everybody in Crown Heights is going to know about it. There's going to be no one who will not have heard about the campaign of Shifra and Puah. We're also going to send you through your WhatsApp personal messages that you can send to friends that you reached out to. And obviously, everything is going to come to raisathon.com/Shifra Puah Crown Heights. It's SPCH. Let me conclude. We know and we're sure that every single person who's here in this room will participate themselves to the best of their ability. But what's more important right now is that each one of you take upon yourself a goal and try to work with the formula we provided. It works. This formula has been proven to work. It's successful. All in the total, $770 for one mother that gives birth. That's $77 a month. Don't be afraid to take a goal. You can take for 2 mothers. You can take for 5. Whatever you could. And then give yourself a little push for more. Follow this formula, and with Hashem's help, you'll succeed. It works. Don't be afraid. Yagaiti umatzasa tamin. You can do it.
Ladies, this depends on us. This is our moment. I know that was long, and I know that was detailed, but look at it all in your phones. If everyone can open up their phone, it's not something normally people ask you to do at a dinner, but everyone take out your phone. Come on, ladies. Facebook is not the only one that's talking to you. Everyone got a link, and please use that link to help determine your goal for tonight. This is the Raffle organization.
Just want to say, if you can't open your link, maybe save the number you got it from in your contacts, and then you'll be able to open the link. If you still can't open the link, there are barcodes on the table that you can scan.
Really, not only is tonight a Raffle event, but our organization is actually a Raffle. We have people like this on the video, we have Americans, we have Israelis, we have Brazilians, we have French people, and we name a country, and we have helped. Ladies, ready? It's about to get fun. It's always fun to shop, and everyone can do it in the middle of the night when you're scrolling through your phone and get a link and check out really quickly. So now I'm going to ask everyone to take a roll and let's check it out. We'll have $7,700.
Okay, let's see who else.
Thank you so one mother. Thank you very much. Ladies, if you don't see your name, tell us who you are.
לא פתוח.
Because we need all of you to commit to, again, like you said, you can't do $770 yourself.
לא פתוח. It's not open. We have to turn on this too.
Ladies, it's doable. You can take one mother, two mothers, three mothers. We're not asking to open your own wallet. Of course, open your wallets, but open other people's wallets too and bring more money from others. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10. I just want to tell you, we have a special surprise for all of you. We have a special gift for those who take on themselves a goal tonight. If you take one or two mothers, you will get at the end a painting of the Rebbe, something that you can hang in a children's room. If you take on yourself 3 or 4 mothers, you will get a leather shir hamalais. And if you take on yourself 5 or more, you will get into a raffle for a shani wig that's worth $7,500. And everything will be at the end of the event. Remember, a picture, leather shir hamalais, or a raffle on a wig. Please join us. Come on. Ladies, what can you give?
Ladies, I'd like to call. I'd like to call onto the stage someone who has dedicated their time and will share with us that tonight they're also really opening up their wallets. This is a person who every mother that receives from Shifra and Puah has her number. Every person who volunteers for Shifra and Puah has her number. And we'd like to call up Chani Farkash to the stage, please. Chani Farkash, where are you? I don't know where she is.
Chani? Chani Farkash.
Oh, Lola Chayo, my daughter. Woohoo! 3 mothers. Thank you, Lola. I raised you well. Connie, please join us.
Good evening. I would like to. Hi, my name is Hani Farkash. I don't like to give speeches, especially not in English. But since I'm involved with Shifra and Puah for so many years, I would like to say a few words. First of all, thank you for everyone that came over here and supporting us, support Shifra and Puah. Thank you for all the volunteers that without them we couldn't do it. During this many years that I'm working with Shifra and Puah and the families and the mothers, I received so many phone calls and requests for help. I can't even tell you how many requests for help I got. Almost every day I'm getting a phone call for another request, for another question or help or anything from husbands, mothers, families, friends. And we really want to give many more help. אנחנו רוצים לעזור להרבה יותר אנשים. ואנחנו רוצים להגיע לכל אחד ואחת מהם. You can understand how I realize that the mothers and the husband, when they're getting Shifra and Puah, they're so relaxed, they like have a peace of mind, and they can't even אתם לא יכולים לתאר, my English is terrible, how it's important to help people, how the mothers relax at home, how the husband have a peace of mind. So please help us to help you. And we really, really want to get to everyone, every single one of the Yoldot. So because I know how much money we need and how much money it costs, me and my husband and my family, my children, my friends and my family, we took upon ourselves, לקחנו על עצמנו, to cover 100 Yoldot, which is $77,000. Hopefully we're going to do it in 4 days, right? Thank you very, very much for everyone. Thank you for all of you, and we hope we're can reach every one of the Yoledet and help as much as we can.
Wow, Chani, thank you so much. Now, who is joining Chani? Let's see. Chani, I just want to give you a bracha. Giving such being a partner in the Rebbe's organization in such a special way. The Eibter should give you everything that you need. Bonei Chaim Mezana Reviche V'Kulam Reviche. Everything that you need. I just want to remind you that it's doable for everyone. We can all do this. We can divide it into 10 installments. Every month we can give 77 times 10. And if you want, you can give less and ask for others to help you to get to your goal. We can do 770, we can do 2 times 770, 3 times 770, 10 times 770, as many as you can.
Remember that the Rebbe always says you can test Hashem in this. So if you don't know for sure that you could do it, this is something that you could say, Hashem, I'm willing to give this and this, and now you test him, and you'll see with Hashem's help, guaranteed return on your money tonight. So it's a win-win situation. We help the mothers, and we know that we can do it ourselves. We have Chani and Zippy Farkash, 77,000. We have Michal Kirsch and Mushki Levinson, 1 mother. We have 3 mothers from Chaya A. I know who you are.
I just want to tell you the Mashgacha brought this today. The Jen video was about giving more than we can. This is Sandman from New Haven, who's telling the story of her father, how her father wrote to the Rebbe an amount that he could give, and the Rebbe told him to give 10 times that amount. And he went and he took a big loan from the bank, and she says the whole story how within a short time after he got so much more money from, he didn't even work hard, that he made so much more money. There are 2 ways to give tzedakah. You can look at your budget and give nicer, or you can give and the Eibishter will make what you gave your nicer. So please, let's give, and the Eibishter will make that our nicer.
Esty. All right, ladies. While you're entering your numbers on the phone and on your scan board and on your QR codes, I'm going to call Esty Prost to the stage, please. Esty is an incredible mother. She's also a volunteer. She's also a doer, or also a giver, also a receiver. And ask her to come up here and join us. Hey! So basically, hi everyone. My job now is basically to breastfeed my baby every hour and a half. And that's my job now. And Baruch Hashem, I had a baby 2.5 months ago. And Shifra and Puah gave me so much. Bracha, the amazing bracha, convinced me to go to a Kimpaturian, I hope I say it right, to a Kimpaturian place, Laisha, in Lakewood.
It was such an amazing, amazing experience. It was just, I can't even tell you. You know how she convinced me to go? She told me, you're not gonna see the full laundry basket in your house. And I was convinced. So I just recommend everyone, first of all, to take a vacation to Laisha, if you could. And second, I recommend and I encourage everyone to please take a goal upon yourself. And I decided that I'm taking a goal of 10 Yoldot, Be'ezrat Hashem, to raise money for 10 Yoldot. And Be'ezrat Hashem, that Hashem should give us the money to my husband and me to just donate the whole thing ourselves. So who's next? Who's taking another Yoledet? Or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5?
Maggie, you're next.
Kama. Yoledet, thank you so much.
I'll do 10. So now we're at 3:47. Ladies, let's make it fun and a little interactive. Who has the, whatever, who has the guts to get up now at your table and say, hey, our table decided we're going to do this and this amount of mothers. Can someone raise their hand for me? Looking for a hand. Everyone was so loud before, and now there's this awkward silence. Hey guys, let's go. I'm looking for a hand. I'm looking for someone to, here, you're a teacher. How do you call out a table?
Call it a table. Here, this table. What's your goal? Let's hear you. What's your goal over here? Come on.
Could you take a goal?
Here we have another mother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Let's call it, women. Who do we get? Let's
Put my name in. I'll take 5 mothers.
We have 3 mothers right over here. What's your name? Rivka Sarah, thank you very much. Someone call out like Rivka Sarah just did, and she just picked up her fingers and did this. Let's go. I'm looking for fingers, looking for hands. We have a story.
Where's the story? Come.
We have a story. This is how fast word travels on WhatsApp. She put it on her status. 2 minutes, she got her goal of 770. So let's do it. Status, Instagram, Facebook, whatever else you guys use, or just your family chat. So I'm looking for a hand. Looking for a hand. Come on, you guys have to help me out here. It's really not fun to stand here. No one responded. There we go. Shlomit. 3. Shlomit is not only a giver, Shlomit is also one of our breakfast makers every single morning. Shlomit has a full-time job and a beautiful family, and no matter what, she makes sure to put together these beautiful boxes for our mothers. So we have 3. Okay, table over there. Your table. How many?
I'm turning to this
Give me a number. 1. We have 1 from this table right here. What's our number? We have 5 mothers from the lady in pink in the back. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Valerie, what do we have? 5 mothers, Valerie. It's actually an interesting one, maybe. Does everyone here have their nails done? Raise your hand if you have a manicure. I don't believe you. Sorry, I don't believe you all. Who has a manicure? Raise your hand. Let's go. No. There's many more people on your table that have their nails done. Who has a manicure? Come on. 10 manicures. 1 manicure times 10 times. You can get a whole bunch of moms breakfast. So think about it in those terms. If I give $77 a month, or if you commit for someone to give $77 a month times 10 months, if you break it down, it's less than going to the marketplace. It's less than going to Empire Kosher. It's less than taking your kids to the museum. Let's just do this. We're at 514, 396,000. Ladies, you have to help me out here.
We have a mother that wants to share her experience and tell us how much she is giving us. Chaya Yitzchakov.
Thank you, Shifra and Puah. Every birth, I look forward to the breakfast, to the fancy breakfast, especially when I can get one for my own sister. So thank you for volunteering. And thank you, Shifra and Puah. The organizer, Chani Cohen, Chani, את שומעת? תודה, because she, every birth, I don't know how, but she finds out that I have a baby, and after the first night already, I'm in the hospital, she's texting me, Chaya, please go to the Kippur Turin. I didn't think it was my style, but after my 6th child, Baruch Hashem, I'm a proud mother of 7. After my 6th, I had a very hard time after my birth. And she insisted, I gave in, and I went, אז תודה חני מכל הלב. And after baby number 7, Baruch Hashem, I had 6 months ago, my baby's 6 months old. And there was 2 phone calls I had to make when I was in the hospital to the mail. But she beat me to my 2nd phone call because she already texted me, Chaya, you're going? And I went, Baruch Hashem, 5 nights. First time was 2, second time was 5. And thank you to Chani for insisting, and to my husband for encouraging. And it's really my experience with Shifra and Puah, so please give in like I did to Shifra and Puah and donate today now.
Thank you so much, Chaya. You have a group of sisters that took lead, and they just decided that they would inside instead of thank you very much. 6 mothers, thank you very much. Thank you. I just wanted to know that this group of sisters already raised money sitting here. They posted, I don't know what, their links, I don't know what, and they already made money. Here we have another mother that wants to share with us her personal experience.
Hi everyone. If you know me, then you know me. I just know my heart is like that. But I have 4 children, thank God, and 3 were born in Fahrenheit. Well, not literally Fahrenheit, but you know. And I got help from Shifra and Puah. This time my
want to say thank you to Chana Blumas for sponsoring 5 mothers tonight. Right now, she's walking out the door, but she said she's not leaving until she gives it. So if you guys are ready to go, like I am, because it's 10:30, let's go. Let's hug a mother, and let's call it a night, guys. Sternaching, 5 and 6 mothers, thank you very much. Chaya Lubavik, 3 mothers, thank you very much. Rena Barone, 1 mother, thank you so much.
I just want to say we have 531 mothers, but only 136 made a team. So we are much more here. Please name teams. We can be mezake other women to give tzedakah, to help Shifra Puah. Look at it as a schus. We're giving other women a schus to be partners with Shifra Puah. 136 teams are not enough. We are much more here in this room. Please make more teams.
Ladies, I want to also remind you that if you do take upon a goal and you don't make it to that goal, it's okay. Because say you took...
Don't say that.
No, because I want to let everyone know that you could say, I'm going to take 10 mothers, and if you make it to 6, that's great. You can help 6 mothers. But don't let that be discouraged. Don't get discouraged from that. The organizers told me to say that. It's not something that I would normally do. But we really need to get a couple more of you up here. Let's see, who do I see? I can't see anybody from here. Ladies, who do we got? Come on, Esty, you have to help me. Esty's gonna point fingers. Come on.
I'm taking on myself 10 mothers.
Your hand for? Oh, you're just talking with your hand. Okay, fine. Pass. You get a pass. Ladies, you ready to go? Dessert was good. We're ready for a raffle. Connie, are we ready? Bracha, where are you? Bracha? There you are. Brazilians took 5. Sounds so nice, by the way. I want to be from Brazil. Ashrit Batesh is going to come up to the stage. She took upon herself 10 mothers and she'd like to share her story.
Hi, ladies. Hi, everyone. I just want to tell you this Brazilian group of friends just changed their mind, and from 5, they took 10. Thank you.
Hi ladies, good evening. I took on 10 mothers and hopefully with the big business that I'm in, I have a lot of people contributing and getting towards this amazing organization. I had 3 kids, Baruch Hashem. I have a 7-year-old, I have a 3-year-old, and I have a 2-year-old. And the second I had a baby, Shlomit was on the phone in the hospital and she's like, when will you be home? Will you be by your mother?
יש לך עוד שמות? חני, אני רוצה לעשות את ההגרלה. חני פרקש, למי יש את השמות? חני כהן. Did anyone find a phone? Lost and founds, please bring to me. We will watch a video, a short video now while they're taking care of
Around
the names.
like 34 weeks, I
And then we'll
found
make
out
the
that
raffle.
I would have to have my baby a little bit early via
Shoshana?
induction. And I mentioned this to Shlomit, and Shlomit right away said, okay, you know, you're going in at night to the hospital. Let me bring you breakfast to the hospital. Let me send breakfast to the hospital. And I said to him, no, it's fine. You know, at that point, if I'm going in at night, I hope that by the morning I'm going to be in a point where I'm not going to be interested in eating anymore, or I'm not going to be able to eat. It's fine. You know, I don't need it. I ended up waiting about 14 hours until they would take me into the room. And obviously it was exhausting. It was overnight. I didn't sleep. I wasn't eating. I wasn't prepared for this. So finally, when the morning, it wasn't just the morning, it was already always close to midday when they finally took me to the room. And I messaged Shlomit and I said, is the offer still, available for breakfast? Because at this point, we didn't start anything. I'm starving, I'm exhausted, she dropped everything that she was doing. She ran, she drove 20 minutes to the hospital, and she brought it upstairs herself. And I tell you that Malawa pizza that she brought me was, I still to this day I dream about it. It was really what I needed. But it didn't end there, what Shlomit did for me. Shlomit had so many things to do in her life, but she took the time to just spend it with me, and it really made a difference. And when you think about the name Shifra and Puah, when it comes from, Shifra and Puah back in, in Mitzrayim, and I really feel that this organization really, it epitomizes the whole, Shifra and Puah, what Shifra and Puah was for women, and I mean, it made such a difference to me, having somebody there, doing what they did for me, and that's. The fact that us as a community, that we have this, it's so beyond imperative, it's so beyond needed. We need Shifra and Puah to be there for as many women as possible. Just being there at the right time, just having the support that women so desperately need, just make things better for mothers as a whole, for families, for everybody, within the community.
Oh, it's working. What's your name? Rifki's gonna help me. Ladies, is it a white iPhone? It's right here. You're welcome. Okay, Rifki, right? Guys, we're gonna do a raffle for everyone who gave to support 5 mothers or more. Rifki is gonna call the name, mix it up for the Shawnee wig. Ready? Let's see. Does it say? Ladies and gentlemen, it's always amazing. What? I picked the name. It's all hashgacha pratis, and it's beautiful when it's someone who helps the organization, and it's someone of ours, Esti Prus. Mazel tov on your new shaitel macher.
יותר מצחיק מזה לא יכול להיות. I would like to also thank 2 very special sisters, right? Sisters? For playing the music now, the whole hour and a half of the end of the event. Thank you so, so much. אחיות לבית, Oswatsky, Osoviyaki, Oswatsky, Osovitsky. The Osovitsky sisters, thank you very, very much. It was so pleasant. Thank you.